So the last thing to note with the Tamriel Tomes is that there are 2 paid premium upgrade options that are going to be available for Tamriel Tomes. And depending on what those upgrades are, they're going to unlock additional...
Everybody, Jack Tato here, and I wanted to talk to you about something that I haven't talked about as of this channel's history, and that is my time with Elder Scrolls. My history goes back with Skyrim. That was the first Elder Scrolls game I ever played, and since then I've been hooked on pretty much every Bethesda game, retroactively playing the previous Elder Scrolls and Bethesda games, and then later, you know, keeping track of the more modern releases they had, such as Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online. The Elder Scrolls Online doesn't have a direct relation to Bethesda, but it does have a tie-in with the Elder Scrolls, and I've been hooked on it for a long time. The Elder Scrolls Online is one of the few MMOs that gets the prestige of being able to stay online for more than 10 years. And in that history, there has been a lot of ups and a ton of downs. Now, the 2026 reveal stream was just today as of the posting of this video, and I had a lot of live reaction thoughts to it. Elder Scrolls Online, an MMO that has been online for around 12 years now, is finally buying into the trends and getting a Battle Pass system. Now, in the moment, it kind of threw me off, and I was like basically jump scared by it. But in retrospect, there's a lot of MMOs nowadays that already have a Battle Pass system in place. So while my immediate criticisms were sort of like in the moment, I'm kind of more a little reserved as in the wait and see kind of category now. But otherwise, it doesn't look bright in my opinion because of how it's being implemented. I wish it was implemented in a different way, but that will be covered in the rest of the video that I wanted to cover. So for those of you that are sticking here, I appreciate you staying here for watching this. Just to summarize it real fast so that way you don't have to watch the whole video, but if you want to, that's appreciated. I'm a small channel. It helps me out a lot if you just want to hear me ranting for probably 20-ish minutes. But otherwise, I'll summarize it really shortly. ESO is getting a Battle Pass system on top of some paid DLC, on top of a premium subscription-based monthly service model, on top of loot boxes. So there's a lot of over monetization of this game going on, and while some of it is balanced out by dropping the expansion model where you don't have to buy the expansion every year now, it just feels like we're paying a little bit too much for next to nothing. ESO Plus should have just received the Battle Pass as a free benefit, but of course that's not going to happen. There's some sort of like convoluted like redemption system where after you're subscribed to ESO Plus for 1 year, you get the, well, you'll see later. But just to summarize it, the Battle Pass system is, in my opinion, being poorly implemented, and while I do love Elder Scrolls Online, it's at its downturn right now. I'm hoping for the best for this game because I've spent a lot of time on it and I do enjoy it. And I'm sorry for those of you who are waiting for Elder Scrolls 6. I'm in that camp as well. But if you haven't yet, I do recommend maybe giving Elder Scrolls Online a try. They pride themselves in saying that it is indeed an Elder Scrolls experience on its own. And I do agree in that regard because Elder Scrolls Online has indeed worked a lot around adding in and implementing Elder Scrolls themed systems. They added a crime system, a thievery system. They added in the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood. You can do repeatable sort of Dark Brotherhood Black Sacraments. Before we segue into the video where it's coming immediately after the reveal live stream, I wanted to talk about some of the positives that come in Elder Scrolls Online for those of you that do play it. This is what we have here. We have a good amount of content coming up in Update 49. This isn't just one update alone, so there's a lot of good things to look forward to. You'll be able to purchase mini mounts with golds. Vampire and werewolf cures are now going to be free. And there's going to be even a quest starter for vampires and werewolves rather than, I'm assuming what it's saying is that it's not going to like, they're going to make it easier to become a vampire or a werewolf. Mimic stones and outfit tokens no longer are sold individually for crowns. They're making a lot of consumer-friendly options in this game just to give it some positives here. I think it's really interesting that you'll be able to hide chest, waist, legs, hands, and feet. So does that mean we'll be able to run around in our birthday suit while we do content? That would be quite interesting. There's a lot of good quality of life experiences here, just so you can see from down that list. And not only that, but there's going to be a lot of additional things that's not included in there, such as solo dungeon content. They're basically making it to where there's going to be a story mode of many of the dungeons that we already have. So that way, if you are there to just experience the story of each dungeon, you'll have that option now. You don't have to group up with other players and not know how to do the mechanics in there and get booted out for not knowing how to do the mechanics like so many other people. They don't know how to do mechanics. I have a lot of firsthand experience in that. Many people do. Oh yeah. So this is the biggest one for me as well, is account-wide outfit slots is one of the bigger quality of life options. For the longest time, all your characters had separate account slots. ESO has a transmog system itself that allows you to customize your character however you want, but the problem is that they have outfit slots. You get one outfit slot for free to customize your character, and then the rest are paid. I think it's around, well, I think it's best I don't tell you how much it costs for each outfit slot. And the worst part was that it was per character. So with it being per character, then, you know, you may wanted to focus on your main character and then the rest would get shafted, or, you know, you wouldn't have a lot of options to like customize your characters, as they would all have one outfit slot and all that. So this making it all account wide would mean that if you purchased one account outfit slot, it makes it kind of worth it, because that means all your characters will get it. And a lot of us play a lot of different characters in Elder Scrolls because it's such a diverse game with a lot of different races. So of course, a lot of us have a lot of different characters that we play as. And like I said, there's a lot of other things coming in Elder Scrolls Online this year that do have me cautiously optimistic, but otherwise, I was cautiously optimistic about the Writhing Wall events, and that didn't end well. So without further ado, let me just go ahead and just show you my rant videos. So again, thank you for watching up until this point. If you do have any thing you'd like to add, feel free to leave it in the comments. It's a pretty tight little thing we got going on here. So if you do leave a comment, I'm more than eager to read it and see what you all think about this system, whether you play Elder Scrolls Online or if you're just a bystander who's been waiting for Elder Scrolls 6, or you've never played an MMO in your life and you for some reason happen across this video due to the algorithm just randomly blessing me for whatever reason. Either way, thank you for watching. I'll go ahead and I'll play the video with my immediate thoughts after the reveal stream. Thank you. Now let's see where this goes. I have I'm setting my expectations as high as possible, because regardless of what they do, I know for a fact I'm going to be disappointed.
Very excited to be here, and I want to bring up one last thing before we get started, which is that, as Jeff said, we have a lot to get through today. And one of the things that we're going to be talking about is transparency in our feedback loop and telling you guys things that we maybe haven't historically always told you. And one of those things that I'm going to talk to you about is the fact that because we have so much stuff we have to remember that we probably are.
And we want to get it right.
Transparency, yes, and we want to get it all right. So thanks for having us.
We're planning to launch an early version of Overland.
Oh my God, there it is, Battlepass system. Holy God, I just noticed that.
It's just a first step for this
God.
we were talking about earlier. This is something we want
of all the things for them to add, they have to add a goddamn Battle Pass.
And do more.
So the last thing to note with the Tamriel Tomes is that there are 2 paid premium upgrade options that are going to be available for Tamriel Tomes. And depending on what those upgrades are, they're going to unlock
$30?
Additional tiers of reward choices. There'll be bonus items, there'll be additional cosmetics, there's a personality, amount, outfit styles, and more stuff that will happen there.
$30 for a battle
pass? With premium options, you will also get the ability to keep unlocking pages and rewards in a season's tome even after the season ends. Nice. So you can actually complete it on your own schedule in your own timeline. There's requests that we put out.
I'm in pain from them adding a battle pass. That's my biggest pain point. They said they'd be working to remove pain points. This just adds a whole new layer, man. This adds a whole new layer of pain on top of the pain we already are dealing with as, like, in the Elder Scrolls community.
49 will include the first wave of all of these changes. Specifically,
this is worse than Fallout. This is worse than Fallout 76's battle pass model. At least there it's free.
We're going to add the ability to
with the option of buying the premium stuff, like with the microtransaction currency.
we kind of thought of this as
Hold on, let's see those
we talk
here.
all about being
Account-wide outfit
experimental,
slots I'm
but
excited for.
why don't you guys
Down training is okay.
let players
Guild
do
trader
that
listings,
too.
30-day
Yeah.
listing,
So,
that's great.
we're going to go back to the 30-day
Reduce
listing
friction
window
allow
for
players to
guild
experiment on
traders.
builds for free.
We didn't really see a lot
Oh,
of
you can
effect from
respec
the
in
change that we rolled in
Oh.
previously, and
for
nobody
free.
really liked it.
Also going to be revamping werewolf visuals. That will likely come in June. And that'll include the werewolf model. And as part of that, we're actually going to be including a female werewolf model that's going to be free. And that's something that players have been requesting for
Giving the
years.
female
And so
werewolf.
we're just going to keep
Oops.
going with this, multiple times a year. And again, feed pretty big investments in PvP this year. So first, we'll continue our PvP vengeance work after the March update, and we'll share learnings and a new plan.
If I
shortly
recall,
after
the
that.
OG PvP
We're
community
going to be
doesn't like
launching,
vengeance for
a
some
new
reason, which is
PvP
funny.
Progression system that's going to
We have until March 9th until Reckoning Day.
Market launching. So your feedback on our future plans, as we've said a few times throughout today's stream. whether it's
Nobody
about
asked for a
Season 0,
battle pass, man.
49, or
They never
Well,
mentioned
yeah,
anything once
ESO
about
is
crown crates. Those
changing.
things are still staying in on
We are
top of the
really
battle
excited to
pass.
start this journey.
Like I said, I set up my expectations sky high because I know I'd be disappointed regardless. And yeah, I'm disappointed. I would have been disappointed either way. Because the last thing I was expecting was a goddamn battle pass to be added. Okay, so I want to talk about the biggest pain point that they brought up, which is a great irony because their whole point of this was saying like, oh, we want to work to help address some of these pain points. And now they're adding like more that are arguably worse than what we have now. The Battle Pass system. They are adding a Battle Pass-like system to earn rewards, and it's going to be called tomes, right? And so the part that gets to me is that we need to progress through tiers / pages by completing weekly and seasonal in-game challenges. Once again, it sounds awfully parallel to what Fallout 76 has, where they have daily and weekly challenges that you can complete to earn progression to the Battle Pass. I've noticed a pattern here where, I guess it's since they're both under Bethesda, both Fallout 76 and ESO kind of share a lot of practices. They kind of share and like trade notes amongst one another to like implement certain things. Like ESO Plus comes out. Oh, what do you know? Fallout 76. Let's go ahead and make Fallout first. What's that? ESO Plus gives you 1,500 of the premium currency. Okay, Fallout first. Let's give them 1,500 of the premium currency of the atoms. There's a lot more, but that was the biggest one, was when they added Fallout first and Fallout 76 in a game that doesn't need a subscription-based model, and yet it got one, and it followed very closely to what ESO Plus had. From the ESO crafting bag to the Fallout 76 scrap box to the crown allowance to the additional XP gains you get, pretty much everything there was just taken and borrowed from what ESO Plus established. Now, then it's like, now it looks like it's come vice versa now, where ESO is taking notes from Fallout 76 that implemented a Battle Pass model. And now it's like the Battle Pass model is being introduced to ESO. And now ESO is basically making it to where they will do a challenge system similar to Fallout 76. And from what I've seen in Fallout 76, these can vary to very easy to very, very, very time consuming. None of them are difficult challenges to do for the most part, but they are very, very like tedious. There might be one where it's like, oh, you gotta just take a picture of this location, and then another one's all like, oh, drink 5 Nuka-Cola cranberry, the rarest Nuka-Cola you could possibly find. That's the current weekly that's out, at least. That's a weekly challenge, to be fair. I think the most tedious daily challenge I've seen was kill 10 Festive Scorched, which is basically a unique enemy exclusive to the seasonal holiday event, because you have to find them and select locations that only spawn Scorch, and you need to hope that they have that festive cone of pain that will allow them to be classified as a Festive Scorched. Anyways, tangents aside, it looks like ESO Plus is taking from Fallout 76's system, so I'm guessing it's going to have varying degrees of like tedium when it comes to actually progressing through these weekly and seasonal in-game challenges. We'll see. If it's like the Endeavor system, it won't be too bad, because Endeavors can be cleared out in like 10 minutes, if that's good. But what worries me is that the Fallout 76 Battle Pass system is absolutely god-awful. Because there's a, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a Battle Pass throttling mechanic where the further you progress into a Battle Pass, the more and more XP it takes to get the next tier. At the start, it only takes like 100 XP to progress one tier. And then by the end of it, it takes up to 3,000 to progress one tier, 3,000 challenge points. Usually Atom challenges to progress the Battle Pass. So usually award 100, weeklies award 1,000. By the end of the Battle Pass, it takes up to 3,000 of that to reach one tier. So I'm worried ESO is going to do that, where the tiers are going to be harder to progress the more you progress into the pass. Sure, you earn more increasingly valuable rewards, but the grind gets more and more tedious as you go further. I'm not looking forward to that if that happens. But now it's like, okay, a Battle Pass system. That sucks, but I play the game a lot. That's okay. I guess I can settle for a Battle Pass system if by chance it comes with ESO Plus and it's at a decent price, since we are getting all this chapter content for free. Nope, it's not affordable at all, and ESO Plus doesn't get shit. You pay less for ESO Plus now, but you don't get the premium pass. You gotta pay more. Like in the words of a famous YouTuber, you gotta keep consuming. You must keep consuming, gamer. You gotta rise and grind, gamer. It's time to consume. Term duration available for the duration of season. So it's like, all right, so you have until the season complete. I mean, if it's like Halo Infinite and it's like you purchase it and you have access to it permanently, I guess that's not terrible. But the problem is that it's $15.99 for the premium tome. $30 if you want the premium version. They are going the Call of Duty route for this Battle Pass, where the Call of Duty Battle Pass offers a deluxe version of the Battle Pass. Leave it to Activision Blizzard to add a deluxe edition of a temporary FOMO mechanic, man. And now ESO is following that route, because I'm guessing since Big Daddy Microsoft owns them, they say, hey, Activision, you know that deluxe pass that you did? Yeah? Well, toss your notes over to ESO so that way they can put that in as well, since they need to do something to make us more money. $30 for their premium bonus Battle Pass. I still will play the game, but I'm not buying into this Battle Pass crap. Like, I hate Battle Passes being added in any game, let alone a game that's been in development since 2007, running on code that is 20, 30 years old. You know? It's like, it's insane to me that this is being added after all this time. I thought they would never do it, but here we are. And the worst part is that these are per season. So I'm guessing we have 4 seasons running. So you only have 3 months. You will be paying, ideally, if you end up paying, so say you end up paying for every single Premium Plus bonus for the whole year. Keep in mind, back then with the chapter content and the whole seasons content they did last year with Seasons of the Worm Cult, it's like you paid $40, $50 flat for pretty much a good amount of the content available in ESO, and ESO Plus would foot the bill for the rest of the content that you would have access to. The dungeon content, the final zone, concluding the season, you know. So $15 a month plus the $40, $50, you got access. Now it's like this, $30 if you pay for it then. Even ESO Plus members are getting shafted by this, because it's like a case that, like, it's $15 a month for the premium tome, right? Sure, you can do the free tome, but you only get access to, like, limited amounts of cosmetics, items, and currencies. And the premium tome will have all the premium cosmetics. Ooh, the premium. That'll probably include the good stuff, the mounts, maybe a personality. $14.99. That's what ESO Plus members are already paying. And now they said that they're reducing how much you pay for ESO Plus, but they didn't say they're like removing ESO Plus entirely, meaning ESO Plus members, if they still wish to stay subscribed and they want to buy this, they're going to end up paying more. And then Premium Plus bonuses, $30. If you had to pay for every Premium Plus to get those bonuses, you will be paying, like, what is it, 30? You'll be paying $120 each year to make sure you get all this content. $120 for all of that content. $120, and that's in USD. And like New Zealand, Canada, sorry, I guess you're gonna get fucked over, because if I recall, you fuckers have to pay more over there. But yeah, $30, $120 a year. And let's do some quick math here. If you paid $40, $50 for the, let's go ahead and bump up the numbers. We'll say $50 for the content for the chapter, back when they did chapters. $50 plus 15 each month, so 15 times 4. So that would be like what? 15, 30, 45, 60, $110 with your ESO Plus subscription and purchasing the chapter. This is actually more expensive than ESO Plus and buying the chapter. It's more expensive, but again, it's optional at least. But the problem is that includes all the bonus cosmetics, and the worst part is that crown crates, they never said a word about crown crates. They completely stayed away from mentioning anything about crown crates. So much for transparency, where in their own chat, if you say anything about crown crates or loot boxes, that is a timeout word. You will get timed out if you mention anything about crown crates or loot boxes. They're one of the least transparent developers that I would put my trust into. Warframe is like the shining example of transparency done right. They have weekly meetings, weekly live streams to address what they see, what's going on, and what they plan to do. And then once every month, they give a big presentation to show what's coming. That's the route ESO should take if they want real transparency. This is not it, Chief. This is just not it.
Kandar XT says, make temples slide the iconic Rockstar slide.
There is actually a Gemini emote that has that exact thing you're talking about in it.
Oh, it's dope.
I think I just spoiled something huge.
You might have. Yep. Yep. You did it and I didn't. Yes. I'm the best.
Digital Extremes does transparency right. These people I have zero trust in ever since High Isle. I do not trust these developers anymore. They said they're doing away with chapters and like the seasons model, which was an experiment that lasted 1 year and was an absolute train wreck. They didn't even apologize. This bingo card I brought up, completely irrelevant now. It's like, I don't know if you all can see it, but it's like this bingo card is completely irrelevant. They never apologized. They didn't even give a non-apology apology. I think there's a lot of things for the first time in history. I wouldn't be surprised if they said this. Technical difficulties. The stream did cut out at the start, so this counts. This is a free space. I'm very disillusioned from this game at the moment. Last year was already a pain point. I'm glad they made it to where I don't even have to pay for the chapter next year, but now they replaced it with an even worse evil, which is the Battle Pass. I'm seeing a lot of people being a wait and see kind of person, and, you know, they may be like a part of the generation that's used to Battle Passes. Me, I'm 28 years old. I'm an old man. Whenever I see a game retroactively add a Battle Pass, I just kind of like visibly wince, because it's like you're adding in a system in a game that may or may not be able to be worked around the Battle Pass system, essentially. ESO was a game that was announced in 2010. Then it came out in 2014 and then 2015 later for consoles, if I recall. It's a game that wasn't built around battle passes, but from what I've seen, games can easily implement a battle pass system, which is why they're doing this. This is like their Hail Mary gambit to try to like keep the game flowing while trying to make it seem different. And I can respect that. Battle pass systems are just not for me. I don't like them. They are always trying to prey you for your time to make sure you keep playing the game. The challenges are always going to be time consuming to get the most out of you. And I'm worried that's what the Tamriel tomes are doing. Like, I'm so tired of like the fear of missing out mechanics that battle passes have. Sure, the premium tome and premium plus tome have no time to complete, but it's like paying $15 a month for that is just extortion. They're holding the ability to take your time on this battle pass. They're holding that for ransom. They're telling you $15 or you only have 3 months to complete this. I just wish games could do the Halo Infinite battle pass system back in the day. Even if you didn't complete it in time, it would always remain in the archive so you can buy it later and have access to it then. This one, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. It's just going to be like, you have a time limit, premium tome, it's done for. Anything that was in this season, it's going to show up in the Grand Bazaar and you have to buy it with the side currency. Yeah, no, this battle pass was the biggest talking point. But again, there's a lot of good features coming up here. Like, they're giving the werewolves boobs now. So it's like, okay, thanks, I guess. Thank you for giving the female werewolves a slightly bushier chest to indicate that they are female. We really needed assets and resources put in on that. What are your guys' thoughts? If you come across this video, I'm a pretty small YouTuber / streamer. If you by chance come across this video and watch the rant all the way through, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you guys disagree with the Battle Pass system? Are you guys okay with them taking out the chapter and the season pass model for this Battle Pass model, since we're getting the content for free? Are you guys okay with this? Are you a wait and see kind of guy? Go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'm more than eager to read some of these comments just to see what it's like on the other sides of the discussion. But with that, I hope you guys have a good morning, evening, or night, and I hope I'll see you guys again. So later.